Did you know? There's a fish that looks small and harmless, yet just one of them can kill 30 adults. To this day, the world still has no antidote if you accidentally eat the wrong part. That fish is the pufferfish. And yet, every year, humanity consumes thousands of tons of pufferfish, turning it into one of the most dangerous delicacies on the planet. In the world of fine dining, it has become a risky but irreplaceable link in the culinary chain. In the early morning or at carefully chosen times when the sea is calm, pufferfish fishing boats head out to sea, carrying the hope of catching one of the ocean's smallest yet most valuable treasures. Then, under the hands of specially licensed chefs, this fish is carefully prepared into a luxury dish, where every paper-thin slice is not just a culinary masterpiece, but a daring gamble that defines the pinnacle of high-end cuisine. Today, join Agriculture Insight as we explore the perilous journey of one of the world's most dangerous fish. We'll uncover a meticulous, breath-holding preparation process, where a single mistake could cost a life. All of that coming up in this video. There's a strange truth about the pufferfish. Most of its body is water. When threatened, it quickly gulps seawater into its belly, swelling up to 2 or 3 times its size, like a living balloon drifting through the ocean. But its defense is not just about appearance. Inside, the pufferfish accumulates a neurotoxin that's thousands of times more potent than cyanide, absorbed through its natural food chain. It's a bizarre and dangerous sphere, enough to make any predator think twice. Under human hands, however, the pufferfish enters a different story. It becomes a dish that symbolizes both refinement and risk. Just one wrong slice of the knife and a fine meal can turn into tragedy. Yet in Japan, people still eat pufferfish as a way to test their own limits. Every year, over 10,000 tons are consumed, served in sashimi slices so thin they're almost transparent. A moment where taste and nerve face an invisible challenge. Out in the wild, the pufferfish plays a completely different role. Pods of dolphins don't hunt pufferfish for survival. They do it for pleasure. They pass the fish around, carefully provoking it to puff up and release just enough tetrodotoxin to trigger a light, trance-like high. For dolphins, it's like a little recreational game in the middle of the vast ocean. Among hundreds of fish species in the ocean, only the pufferfish makes fishermen both crave and fear. Tuna demands speed. Mackerel can be caught by simply surrounding them with nets. But catching pufferfish is like playing with knives on the ship's deck amid storms and biting cold. The hunt begins with the most important element, bait. But not just any bait will do. Fishermen must use mackerel they catch themselves, carefully cleaned, cut into neat small squares, and salted to preserve freshness. Because if the mackerel's oil spoils, the pufferfish will turn away. One day's preparation can include up to 20,000 bait pieces, packed into 250 cold boxes, just to feed a single fishing line stretching 48 kilometers, with over 20,000 surgical sharp steel hooks. Once the bait is ready, the lines are cast into the sea. Tens of thousands of hooks sinking like an invisible net beneath the waves. But the risks start here. A strong wind can shift the lines, or a lost marker buoy can mean losing hundreds of hooks, worth thousands of dollars, swept away by the sea. Many fishermen have gone bankrupt because of a sudden storm. So why do they still risk fishing pufferfish? Simply because, if lucky, a single season can change their lives. Pufferfish meat is one of the most luxurious dishes, hunted in high-end restaurants in Japan and Korea. Its flesh is sweet, tender, and snowy white, but one wrong cut can expose deadly toxic organs. Fishing for pufferfish is not just a job, it's a gamble with the ocean, where the line between failure and fortune is just one pull away. As soon as the pufferfish is hauled aboard, everything switches to emergency mode. The fish is processed and frozen immediately on the boat at -40 degrees Celsius, because even a delay of a few hours can cause the meat to discolor, lose freshness, and plummet in value. Each fish is carefully packed into 10-kilogram boxes, layered in the freezer compartment like artificial ice amidst the ocean. For the fishermen, the freezer hold is a floating safe. The vault, safeguarding the hard-earned rewards of days spent gambling their lives with the deep sea. Alongside wild harvesting, Japan has developed a closed-system pufferfish farming industry to ensure a sustainable supply. This is an exceptionally sensitive sector. Only licensed farms are permitted to raise pufferfish because these fish are not just food, but creatures carrying dangerous toxins. The process begins with one of the most critical steps: artificial fertilization. During breeding season, farmers gently stroke the fish's belly to collect eggs and sperm, a task that seems simple but is actually an art, as even a slight mistake can shock and kill the fish instantly. Fertilized eggs are transferred into separate incubation tanks, where water temperature and cleanliness are tightly controlled every hour. In colder water, eggs take up to a week to develop. In warmer water, only 3 to 4 days. But the risk of fry mortality rises exponentially. The entire process is kept as closely guarded as a national secret, because in the world of pufferfish, whoever holds the breeding formula holds the key to a billion-dollar industry. Raising pufferfish isn't just fish farming, it's a high-stakes mental game with one of the ocean's most sensitive creatures. Feeding them isn't as simple as tossing food into the water. It's a precise ritual demanding absolute accuracy. Unlike tilapia or sea bass, species that'll eat just about anything tossed into their tanks, pufferfish are incredibly picky eaters. Their diet resembles a gourmet meal: fresh mackerel cut into small pieces, lightly prepared live shrimp, and sometimes high-protein formulated feed, all measured to the exact gram. At certain stages, pufferfish even consume small goldfish, live shrimp, or marine worms, delicacies specially chosen to stimulate their natural hunting instincts. Young pufferfish are raised indoors in closed environments. As they grow, they're transferred to outdoor tanks or sea cages where they swim freely, but under strict supervision. The difference lies in how close they are to nature, but wherever they are, farmers must engage in a chess match of wits with one of the ocean's deadliest fish. One of the strangest and most shocking steps in pufferfish farming is tooth trimming. This fish is dangerous not only because of its toxin, but also because of its razor-sharp teeth, sharp enough to bite through nets, destroy plastic tanks, or even attack each other. If left unchecked, a pufferfish group can turn a farming area into a battlefield overnight. Therefore, when the fish are still small, farmers perform a procedure that sounds like science fiction: catching the fish and using specialized pliers to carefully trim their front teeth. This is a painstaking task requiring millimeter precision. Pufferfish are extremely sensitive to stress. One shaky hand or slip-up can shock the fish, causing it to inflate and die on the spot. This isn't just tooth trimming, it's cutting away a piece of the fish's wild nature, transforming a creature known as a biological bomb into a luxury delicacy. After about 18 to 24 months of nurturing, the pufferfish reaches market size, typically measuring 30 to 40 centimeters in length and weighing between 1 to 1.5 kilograms. At this stage, its smooth, shiny skin, creamy white belly, and distinctive bulging eyes signal that it's ready for harvest. To catch the fish, ordinary nets are not used. Instead, specialized soft nets with round mouths and rubber edges are employed to prevent damaging the fish's skin. Each fish is carefully scooped up with utmost care taken to avoid causing stress or allowing the fish to inflate during harvest. because a single strong impact can trigger its defense mechanism, causing it to puff up and making handling much more difficult. After being carefully scooped up, the pufferfish are brought ashore for sorting, according to very strict standards. Fish measuring around 40 centimeters in length, weighing between 1 to 1.5 kilograms, and in perfect health, are carefully selected. These premium specimens are often put up for public auction at very high prices. Exceptional quality pufferfish can sell for thousands of dollars per fish, especially larger, healthier individuals with clear provenance. Typically, high-end restaurants or reputable distributors purchase these fish directly to ensure fresh, safe ingredients for serving exquisite and costly sashimi or fugu dishes. In Japan, pufferfish preparation is a highly regulated field, and only those holding a fugu license, a nationally certified qualification specifically for handling pufferfish, are permitted to perform it. To obtain this license, chefs must undergo years of training and pass an extremely rigorous examination that includes practical tests on filleting techniques, identifying toxic organs, and ensuring safe handling. Before entering the delicate preparation stage, where a single wrong cut could be fatal, many Japanese chefs follow a ritual that may sound unusual, feeding the pufferfish carrots and chili peppers. Carrots serve not just as food, but as a key cleanser for the fish's digestive system, helping to flush out impurities from the intestines and minimize risks during dissection. Chili peppers act as a natural anesthetic, calming the fish and preventing it from puffing up, a reflex that could turn the entire process into a disaster. And now, let's explore the pufferfish preparation process, a deadly delicacy sought after worldwide, where approximately 70% of its body contains toxins carefully controlled to turn a lethal threat into a perfectly safe gourmet dish. The process begins with a gentle incision on the fish's head, a crucial step that helps to paralyze the fish, reduce stress, and prevent it from inflating suddenly during handling. The craftsman continues by carefully removing all the sharp fins. However, instead of being discarded, these fins are often preserved to be used as decorative elements or incorporated into traditional Japanese dishes like tsukudani, a savory, flavorful dish served with rice, making full use of every part of this unique fish. Immediately after, the mouth is carefully removed because the fish's salivary glands also contain toxins. This step also reduces the risk of injury during processing and prevents the fish from biting, ensuring the safety of the handler. Next, the craftsman skillfully removes the fish's skin with swift and precise movements to preserve the meat underneath. Since the skin also contains potent toxins, careful removal is essential to ensure absolute safety. A seemingly simple fish, yet hidden inside are 4 deadly toxin-containing areas: the liver, ovaries, intestines, and skin. Even a small piece of these organs contaminating the meat can turn the dish into poison. Therefore, the pufferfish preparation process is carried out almost like microsurgery, where every cut must be absolutely precise. Importantly, pufferfish internal organs are not discarded as ordinary waste. They must be collected, sealed as high-level hazardous material, and disposed of according to strict procedures. Every year, Shimonoseki processes over 3,000 tons of pufferfish, generating hundreds of millions of dollars for the luxury food industry. This is not just a dish, it represents the delicate boundary between culinary excellence and life-threatening risk. Behind each paper-thin slice of sashimi, nearly translucent, lies a complex chain of steps where mistakes are almost impossible to afford. Pufferfish meat doesn't explode on the palate like Wagyu beef or offer the rich fattiness of salmon. Instead, it carries a different kind of delicacy: chewy, crisp, and refreshingly light, leaving a cool, clean finish on the tongue, as if you're tasting a slice of the ocean freshly cut at dawn. In high-end fugu restaurants in Japan, sashimi is often arranged in the shape of a chrysanthemum, a symbol of purity and a subtle reminder of the thin line between life and death. The slices are so thin they're almost transparent, shimmering on the plate like petals kissed by morning dew. Eating a piece of pufferfish sashimi isn't just a taste experience. It's a testament to the chef's absolute precision, because one misplaced cut could turn the meal into a matter of fate. Beyond sashimi, pufferfish is prepared in various distinctive ways. In Korea, the meat is transformed into fiery, spicy stir-fries marinated in vibrant red sauce that captures the bustling spirit of street markets. If you're a fan of pufferfish hot pot, each pot is more than just a meal. It's a rich experience filled with the delicate taste of the sea and meticulous preparation. The clear, savory broth blends perfectly with fresh, tender pieces of pufferfish, offering a warm yet light sensation that awakens all your senses. With every dip, the fish cooks just right, retaining its characteristic chewy texture, creating a unique flavor you won't forget. The United States ranks only 6th in the world for octopus catch volume, behind China and several other coastal nations. Yet it's the country's network of advanced processing plants, stretching from California to Rhode Island, that truly surprises the world. Hundreds of tons of freshly caught octopus are handled daily with near-perfect precision, rapidly frozen and exported across 5 continents, turning the U.S. into one of the most sophisticated octopus processing powerhouses on the planet. The octopus is a creature that sparks both fascination and confusion. What most people mistake for its head is actually its body, housing all its internal organs. And its mouth? It's located right in the center of its arms, used to bite and feed, and sits alarmingly close to the anus. As if that weren't strange enough, when mating season arrives, male octopuses don't reproduce in the usual way. Instead, they use a specialized arm called the hectocotylus to deliver sperm into the female's body, sometimes detaching the arm entirely in the process. Gentle in appearance, the octopus is in fact a true predator of the deep. Armed with 8 powerful sucker-lined arms, it wraps tightly around prey, restrains every movement, and then pierces through crab shells with its sharp, beak-like mouth. When threatened, it releases a dense cloud of black ink, creating the perfect smokescreen to vanish in the blink of an eye. Each year, the world consumes over 3 million tons of octopus, and much of that is caught using traditional methods, by trap. Not with trawl nets or massive industrial vessels, but with millions of ceramic or plastic pots dropped to the seafloor by fishermen, mimicking the rocky crevices octopuses love to hide in. In offshore fishing grounds across the Pacific, especially in Japan, South Korea, and the US West Coast, small boats set out as early as 2 or 3 a.m. Octopuses are solitary creatures that hunt at night and retreat to shelter at the first light of dawn. If the traps aren't retrieved in time, they slip away, leaving only empty pots behind. Each boat may carry between 500 and 3,000 traps, operating continuously for days at sea. And this isn't just a hunt for seafood. It's a strategic contest with one of the ocean's most intelligent creatures. In Japan and several coastal regions of China, an ancient method of octopus fishing is still practiced, using a single fishing rod with a sharp hook. No bait, no traps, just a swift jerk of the hand when sensing the subtle pull from the depths. As soon as the octopus breaches the surface, fishermen immediately stab a metal hook into its body and haul it straight onto the deck, because even the slightest delay could see the creature slip away and vanish into the night like a ghost. It may look simple, but this technique demands lightning-fast reflexes and a firm grip, since a fully grown octopus can weigh up to 10 kilograms, slippery and fiercely struggling. What's more, the octopus has no bones. Its body is so flexible it can squeeze through a gap the size of its own eye. That makes holding onto it once it's hooked not just a challenge, but an unforgiving duel between man and one of the ocean's greatest masters of disguise. In the Mediterranean, where deep blue waves kiss ancient coastal villages, many fishermen still rely on traditional octopus fishing using set nets, a method that has lasted for centuries. Long nets are quietly laid out along rocky reefs at night, waiting for unsuspecting octopuses to wander in during their hunt. While not the most efficient, sometimes hundreds of meters of net yield only a few octopuses, tangled with seaweed, small fish, and ocean debris. This method has one major advantage. The octopuses are often still alive and healthy when the boats return to port. This ensures optimal freshness as they're sent directly to processing facilities. And so, despite the rise of modern technology, many coastal communities in the Mediterranean remain loyal to their time-worn nets, preserving both tradition and the essence of the sea. Leaving behind the blue ocean, they embark on a new journey, entering a rigorous processing chain inside modern factories, where cold steel machines transform these intelligent marine creatures into finished products ready to reach the world. Upon arriving at the factory, the first step octopuses must undergo is pre-processing, a crucial starting point in the entire modern handling chain. Each octopus is placed on a workstation where workers manually remove inedible parts, such as the ink sac, internal organs, eyes, and the hard beak located between the arms. This stage is carried out entirely by hand with meticulous care and high precision, aiming to preserve the natural shape and ensure the meat structure remains intact, a key factor in the final product's quality. After the initial pre-processing, the octopus is sent directly to the washing area for thorough external cleaning, preparing it for the next in-depth processing steps. Living close to the seafloor, octopuses often hide in rock crevices, coral, or sandy caves, so their bodies are usually covered in mud, sand, algae, and a protective slime layer. If not properly washed, these impurities can affect both the quality and flavor. That's why this rough cleaning step is mandatory before any further treatment. The octopuses are transferred to a specialized spinning washer, where cold water and centrifugal force work together to remove most of the slime and debris on the skin. This device functions like an industrial seafood washing machine. Octopuses are placed into a spinning chamber, where high-pressure cold water continuously sprays while the chamber rotates, stripping away the sticky layer and contaminants. On average, each cycle can clean 150 to 200 kilograms of octopus in just a few minutes, equivalent to the output of about 15 to 20 workers operating manually. However, due to their many deep grooves and suction cups, slime often remains in areas the machine can't reach. At this stage, workers must hand scrub each octopus using a specialized soft brush, focusing especially on the spaces between tentacles, where bacteria tend to accumulate if not thoroughly cleaned. On average, one worker can clean about 80 to 100 octopuses per hour. This is not just a hygiene step, it's a meticulous, repetitive, and highly precise process. After washing, the octopuses are sorted by weight and size, usually divided into three main categories: under 500 grams, between 500 and 1,000 grams, and over 1 kilogram. After sorting, the octopuses are divided into two main processing directions. Larger ones continue to the boiling and freezing line, while the smaller ones, often referred to as baby octopuses, are taken to the tray packing area. Here, workers carefully arrange each baby octopus into stainless steel trays, with their heads and tentacles aligned in the same direction to form neat, organized rows. Once neatly arranged, the trays are sent straight into the deep freezing chamber. Inside, the temperature is rapidly reduced to below -35 degrees using advanced cooling systems, freezing the octopuses within 1 to 2 hours. This process locks in freshness, preserves the original shape, and inhibits microbial growth. After freezing, each tray is separated, and the octopuses are vacuum-packed in PE bags, passed through a metal detector for food safety, then boxed, labeled with traceability info, and stored at -20, ready for export worldwide. For larger octopuses, post-harvest handling isn't as straightforward as with baby octopuses. Instead of being frozen immediately, they must undergo an important thermal bath, parboiling at 95 to 100 degrees Celsius for several minutes. This step is key to preserving firmness, shape, and color. Skipping it could result in mushy, bland flesh with no elasticity, greatly reducing commercial value. Under near-perfect temperatures, the meat firms up, retaining its moisture and natural sweetness. Then comes the magical transformation. In just a few minutes of boiling water, the octopuses turn from pale gray to a vibrant reddish pink. This color shift isn't due to dyes or tricks. It's a natural biological reaction. You're probably familiar with boiling common seafood, but have you ever wondered why this strange phenomenon happens? Immediately after boiling, the octopuses are plunged into a deep cold water tank for a thermal shock, a crucial step that instantly halts the cooking process, preserves firmness, and prevents overcooking. Without this step, residual heat would continue to cook the meat from within, breaking down the protein structure and resulting in mushy texture and loss of elasticity. From the cold tank, the octopuses move onto a drainage conveyor, where tiny grooves and a stream of cool air help dry the surface quickly and evenly. This preparation step is essential before packaging, as excess moisture can negatively impact both flavor and shelf life. After being perfectly boiled, the bright red octopuses are quickly transferred to the preliminary packaging area, where every operation takes place in a strictly sterile environment. Here, workers carefully arrange each octopus into specialized golden trays, ensuring they lie neatly without bending or overlapping, preserving their elegant appearance like a true culinary artwork. The trays are then wheeled straight into a cold storage room, where the temperature is consistently maintained between 0 and 2 degrees Celsius. This isn't just refrigeration, it's a resting phase that allows the octopus meat to reach optimal texture and freshness, ideal for sashimi slicing or final stage packaging. In the final stage, modern industrial systems take over. Whole octopuses and separated tentacles are placed into form-fitted trays, then passed through a high-speed vacuum sealing and film wrapping line. This all happens at lightning pace, thousands of trays per hour, ensuring that every product meets strict hygiene standards, comes with traceable origins, and is ready to conquer premium supermarket shelves and the world's most demanding markets. In the cold depths of the ocean, the octopus is a quiet, eight-legged creature, masterfully camouflaged along the seafloor. But in the vibrant world of street food, it takes on an entirely different identity, familiar, enticing, and full of charm. From smoky, char-grilled octopus skewers infused with satay aroma to golden takoyaki balls whose crispy shells give way to a creamy center with springy bites of octopus. Each dish delivers a surprising encounter between ocean mystery and urban flavor. No longer a shadowy creature of the deep, the octopus becomes the star of bustling night markets, a humble ingredient with the power to win over even the most discerning palates. Let's talk about lemons. Did you know that these bright, tangy fruits belong to the species Citrus limon? Lemons have a vibrant yellow peel, a mildly sour taste, and a light, refreshing aroma. In the US, lemons are primarily grown in California, Arizona, and Florida, 3 states with warm climates, plenty of sunshine, and fertile soil, making them perfect for cultivating this citrus fruit. Lemons typically take about 6 to 9 months to grow from blossom to harvest. When summer arrives, you can witness the meticulous harvesting process. Skilled farmers carefully hand-pick each lemon, ensuring that every fruit meets the highest quality standards. It's a delicate and precise task, designed to preserve the freshness and flavor that lemons are known for. Every early morning, across the vast lemon orchards in California, when the weather is still cool and refreshing, lemons are carefully picked straight from the branches. Farmers use their hands or simple tools like pruning shears to gently detach the fruit, ensuring the peel remains flawless and undamaged. This process requires meticulous attention to detail, as even the smallest imperfection on the surface can affect the quality and value of the lemon. After being picked, the lemons are carefully placed into soft-lined baskets to prevent bruising or damage. Once the baskets are full, the farmers transfer the lemons into larger containers located at various collection points across the field. These containers are then gathered and prepared for transport to the processing facility. Harvesting lemons entirely by hand not only preserves the natural quality of each fruit, but also reflects the farmer's dedication and meticulous care. From the initial careful handling in the fields to the processing at the factory, every step is taken to ensure that each lemon retains its freshness and signature flavor by the time it reaches the hands of consumers. After the harvest, the containers filled with freshly picked lemons are quickly transported to the collection area at the processing facility. This is where the journey begins, transforming these simple lemons from the fields into high-quality products ready for the market. The process at the facility is carefully designed and highly organized to ensure that each lemon retains its freshness and meets strict food safety standards. First, large containers of lemons are emptied onto an automated conveyor system. Each lemon moves through the initial cleaning steps as the conveyor carries them to the washing system. Here, clean water with just the right amount of pressure removes dirt and soil from the surface of the lemons. In some modern facilities, 360-degree rotating spray nozzles are used to ensure the lemons are thoroughly cleaned from every angle. Next, the lemons pass through a system of fixed drying pads placed along the conveyor. These pads, typically made of soft fabric or rubber, gently touch the surface of the lemons as they move along, removing any remaining water from the washing process. This method not only ensures the lemons are dried quickly, but also helps maintain their natural glossy appearance, preparing them for the next stages of processing. After being cleaned, the lemons are moved to the sorting area, where an automated system with advanced sensors takes over. This system uses cameras and light sensors to assess the size, color, and uniformity of each lemon. The machinery quickly sorts the lemons into different categories, such as large, medium, and small sizes, or separates those meeting export standards from those better suited for domestic markets. This step is crucial as it saves time and reduces errors compared to manual sorting methods. However, skilled workers still play a vital role in overseeing the process, ensuring that any defective lemons or those with minor flaws are not missed during the automated sorting. After being sorted by machines, the The lemons that meet quality standards go through a final inspection by skilled workers. They carefully check each lemon to remove any with blemishes, bruises, or other imperfections that fail to meet the required quality standards. The lemons are then moved to the packaging area, where they are arranged into colorful mesh bags or sturdy cardboard boxes, depending on the requirements of each market. These packages are labeled with detailed product information, including the country of origin, weight, and relevant quality standards. In some modern facilities, the entire packaging and labeling process is fully automated, using advanced machinery to maximize speed and precision. This ensures that the lemons are packaged efficiently and consistently before being sent out to markets worldwide. But the journey doesn't end there. Lemons that don't meet the strict quality standards for fresh markets are sent to a dedicated processing area. Here, they are transformed into high-value products like lemon liqueur or lemon juice, ensuring that every lemon serves a purpose. They are then sent to an automatic peeling machine where the peel is carefully removed without damaging the fruit inside. The lemon peel, rich in essential oils and with a distinctive fragrance, is collected separately and sent to the liqueur processing area. After being cleaned and finely chopped, the lemon peel is soaked in containers filled with pure alcohol, usually vodka or food-grade ethanol. This soaking process lasts between 20 and 40 days, allowing the essential oils from the peel to fully infuse into the alcohol. Once the infusion is complete, the mixture is filtered to remove any remaining peel, leaving behind a fragrant lemon-infused liquor. This liquor is then mixed with other ingredients according to a special recipe to create a finished lemon liqueur, such as the famous limoncello. The liqueur is then sent to the bottling area, where automated production lines ensure each bottle is filled with precision and securely sealed. Finally, the lemon liqueur bottles are labeled with detailed product information and packed into boxes, ready for shipment. The liqueur is then sent to the bottling area, where automated production lines ensure each bottle is filled with precision and securely sealed. Finally, the lemon liqueur bottles are labeled with detailed product information and packed into boxes, ready for shipment. But wait, what happens to the fruit pulp after the peel is carefully removed? Of course, it's sent to the juicing area. Here, powerful juicing machines extract every drop of juice from the pulp. The extracted juice is then filtered through a membrane system to remove seeds and pulp residue. This raw juice is pasteurized at low temperatures to preserve its fresh flavor and natural nutrients. The final product is pure lemon juice, which is sent to an automatic bottling line. Each bottle is filled, sealed, and labeled before being packed into large boxes, ready to be transported to the market. Let's dive in. When the time is right, beekeepers get to work harvesting honey, a task that requires skill, patience, and attention to every little detail. They start by gently creating a thin stream of smoke using dry wood, bark, or other natural materials. This smoke is carefully blown into the hive, encouraging the bees to temporarily retreat in a natural and non-disruptive way. The smoke helps keep the bees calm, making the harvest smoother while minimizing stress on the colony. The beekeeper then carefully removes the honey-filled frames, shimmering with golden sweetness, making sure not to damage the hive's structure. This allows the bees to continue their work without major disruption. Using a soft brush, they gently sweep away any remaining bees from the honeycomb, ensuring no harm comes to them. However, beekeepers never take all the honey. A sufficient amount is always left behind to provide the colony with enough nourishment to survive the harsh winter and prepare for the next season. Once harvested, these fragrant, honey-rich frames are neatly placed into specialized containers, ready to be transported to the processing facility. There, they'll go through the final steps to become the pure, delicious honey that we all love. After leaving the farm, those full barrels of honey don't just travel by truck, they're also flown on specialized cargo planes. Up in the sky, tons of honey soar over mountains and rivers, reaching processing plants quickly while staying fresh. Thanks to high-speed transport, the honey avoids weather-related risks, ensuring the purest quality when it reaches consumers. Each flight isn't just carrying honey, it's delivering the sweet taste of nature. Even though the US is known for its advanced machinery, when it comes to harvesting honey, nothing can replace human hands. Hand harvesting protects the delicate structure of the hive and ensures that honey is collected at just the right ripeness, preserving its natural aroma and nutrients. Skilled beekeepers carefully observe their colonies, spotting any health issues early to maintain a sustainable ecosystem. This isn't just a job, it's an art, where every drop of honey is the result of skill, patience, and a deep love for nature. As soon as the honey barrels leave the farm, they are transported to a specialized storage area at the factory, where the temperature is carefully maintained between 37 and 40 degrees Celsius. Here, the honey isn't just stored, it's gently warmed to reduce its viscosity, allowing it to flow more easily. This process is meticulously controlled, degree by degree, ensuring that the honey's natural aroma and valuable nutrients remain intact. This isn't just simple heating, it's an art in honey processing, preserving the essence of nature in every drop. After resting in the warm room, the honeycombs move on to the wax removal machine, where the delicate wax layer is carefully stripped away, clearing the path for the golden honey to be released. High-speed rotating blades glide smoothly over the honeycomb frames, removing the thin layer of wax without damaging the structure of the hive. But this wax doesn't go to waste. It is recycled into beeswax candles, cosmetics, or even new honeycomb frames, helping to sustain nature's cycle. Now, the honeycomb frames are ready for extraction, the moment when pure golden honey finally leaves the hive, thanks to the magic of centrifugal force. The centrifuge spins at incredibly high speeds, generating a powerful force that quickly pulls the honey out of the frames without damaging the delicate honeycomb structure. This allows beekeepers to reuse the frames, reducing material waste, protecting the environment, and optimizing production efficiency. But the process doesn't stop there. Freshly extracted honey still contains tiny impurities like bits of wax and fine dust, so it immediately goes through a coarse filtration stage before moving on to refinement. It's not just about removing impurities. Fine filtration ensures honey reaches the perfect clarity and smoothness. As the golden honey flows through specialized filters, even the tiniest wax particles are completely removed, guaranteeing absolute purity in every drop. After filtration, the honey is transferred into large storage tanks, where it is gently stirred to ensure uniform flavor and color, preparing it for the final stage of processing. Now, the precious honey is finally ready to be bottled, thanks to an automatic filling machine that operates with absolute precision. With an advanced sensor system, every drop of honey is measured accurately, ensuring that not a single drop goes to waste. This system can fill hundreds of bottles per minute, maximizing efficiency while keeping the honey in its best condition. Right after filling, the bottles move to the capping station, where each cap is securely sealed to protect the honey from air exposure and potential contamination. No bottle is complete without its label, its identity card, in the marketplace. The automatic labeling system ensures that every label is printed clearly and contains all necessary information. Once labeled, the honey bottles are packed neatly into boxes, stacked into large shipments, and are ready to be distributed across the world. But honey isn't the only star. Royal jelly, a highly prized and nutrient-rich substance, is even more valuable. So what makes royal jelly so special? Stick around and find out next. The process starts with selecting larvae less than 3 days old from the natural hive. These larvae are then transferred to the cup cells in the artificial hive. The worker bees then begin to produce royal jelly and nourish these larvae as if preparing for a new queen's arrival. To enhance efficiency, beekeepers may use additional techniques like adding wax sheets or safe synthetic materials to shape the cup cells. These artificial cells need to be arranged to ensure optimal space for worker bees to work and produce royal jelly. Typically, each cell is spaced about 1 centimeter apart. In each artificial cell, usually only one larva is placed to ensure that worker bees focus all their resources on nurturing that larva with royal jelly. About 10 to 20 worker bees directly care for and secrete royal jelly for each larva throughout the nurturing process. Besides producing royal jelly, worker bees also have the primary task of collecting nectar. On average, worker bees can work 10 to 12 hours a day. Worker bees often fly within a range of 1.5 to 3 kilometers from their hive to collect nectar and pollen. The division of labor among worker bees in the hive is very flexible, with different bees participating in tasks such as collecting pollen, nectar, caring for the hive, and secreting royal jelly. This ensures that each larva receives a plentiful and high-quality supply of royal jelly. About 3 days after the worker bees start feeding the larvae, the royal jelly is ready for harvesting, which is when it has reached its peak quality. If left too long, the worker bees will stop secreting royal jelly, and the larvae will begin to develop into queens or mature bees. Beekeepers then remove the artificial hives from the main hive. Using specialized tools, they gently detach the larvae from each cell. These larvae are typically not used in royal jelly production. The main goal is to collect the jelly. Royal jelly is harvested directly from the cells using small tools, often tweezers. Beekeepers must handle the jelly delicately to avoid contamination or damage. Royal jelly is a slightly thick white to pale yellow liquid, depending on the quality of the bee colony. Each artificial cell usually contains about 0.1 to 0.2 grams of royal jelly. However, when harvested on a large scale from hundreds to thousands of cells, the amount of royal jelly collected can be substantial. An artificial hive can be reused about 10 to 15 times in one season. Each cycle involves removing the old larva and inserting a new one. After harvesting, royal jelly must be immediately preserved in cool conditions, refrigerated or frozen, to maintain quality during transport to the factory. After harvesting, royal jelly needs to be stored under strict conditions to ensure quality. Royal jelly is very sensitive to light and high temperatures. It oxidizes, loses color, and degrades in quality. Thus, it must be stored in opaque or dark-colored jars or containers to avoid direct light exposure. Refrigeration is the most common preservation method.